once more to WAINGAFAT Wednesday, where I tell you who or what am I not giving a fuck about today. And today, not giving a fuck about stories circulating about the possibility of Beatlemania 2.
Ah, love me do, stick something in my bottom.
Now see, I would be interested if someone had decided to try and reanimate the corpses of the dead Beatles.
Another 15 kilovolts.
See, that would have something going for it. But no, it's the sons of the four Beatles. They're all roughly the same age, and believe it or not, they have, in theory, all had musical careers.
Play that guitar again or I'll kill you.
Just because you've never fucking heard of them. And it's not even Julian Lennon, who had a few hits in the 80s and 90s. It's Sean Lennon and James McCartney. I better look that up. Yeah, James McCartney. Now, I couldn't even be bothered writing down the names of the other two. It's sort of like Dickhead McWankerson and Mungo on the drums. You know, it's just like, no one fucking cares.
I like Mungo on the drums. He looks mildly retarded.
As do most drummers.
Hey, I'm not saying that against most drummers. I've seen a war drummer that could hurt me.
Exactly. Oh, I'm not saying drummers aren't big and physical, and I wouldn't say it to their faces, but I'll say it to a camera. I mean, yeah, part of the WAINGAFAT, I was never even that into the Beatles. I'm more than willing to admit they are probably the most influential band of the 20th century, but I don't care that much about them. I really, really, really don't give a fuck about the spoiled offspring of multi-millionaire pop stars thinking they had something to offer. On fucking McCartney, who was the centre of this story, saying, yeah, he wants it to happen. He goes, I've always dreamed of being bigger than the Beatles. Did your mother do a lot of drugs when she was pregnant with you?
Pretty much, yes.
Or just some? I mean, there's I don't know, there's oxygen deprivation to your brain at some point. I mean, here's the tip, okay? Here's why I don't give a fuck about these guys. If there was any chance of you being nearly as good as the Beatles, I would have fucking heard of you prior to this. I'm not joking. I literally had no idea Paul McCartney had a son. I did not know this fucking guy actually existed prior to this story. And now he's just going, oh, well, maybe I could just be the equal of the Beatles. But even that would be rather tough. Yes, just like it would be rather tough for a quadriplegic puppy to scale Mount Everest unaided. It's not gonna fucking happen, okay?
Little bit more, he says.
Yeah, lip at a time, lip at a time.
Oh, my tooth's stuck in a crag. Quickly, get the chopper.
But, I mean, how do these conversations even get started? That's what I don't know. I mean, what's the conversation like when they decide to do this?
Hey, Sean. Hey, Jimbo. You're fat again. Aye, I should get out more. Maybe start a fucking band. Play some music, just like our dads did. No, let's not do that, says Sean. You could get shot. You've got to take that off your brain. Be free of the past, says Jimbo. Who's that slightly retarded kiddie in the broom closet trying to masturbate into a coat? That'll be Ringo Starr's young'un. Aye, got good rhythm. Oh, that's how those conversations start. At an exclusive club. You've got to be someone to get in there.
Of all the places, I didn't need that mental image.
In you come.
Yeah, so, you know, this is not going to prove anything about music. No. All this is going to prove is, A, privilege will get you everywhere, and B, if they do this, it's solely because record companies are the greediest fucks on the planet.
I can't wait for the autobiography, though.
Oh, God.
It's fucking cool, because you'll read it, and it'll come in a big, big, shiny cover, and it'll have happy space on the front, and you'll open it up, and there'll be like one of those little chips reading along with you. Yoko came down the stairs and said, "What's all this racket? Hello, Jimbo, our Paul's son. I see the Fat Controller's got a band going. What are you doing?" "Hello, Mum," says Sean. "We've got a band going. We're going to be as big as the Beatles." "What's that?" says Yoko. "You can't." "Why not, Mum?" "'Cause you're shite." Well, so were they for the first 3 albums, and it didn't stop them. Aye, but they were on all a fuck ton of drugs. Here, dig into this. And she's grabbed a mortar and pestle of powders and concoctions from the garden. Very soon the boys were off their frickin' heads. And even Ringo Jr. was making time on the drums. Bang, 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 ow, bang, ow. Where did you get that Balearic backbeat, Ringo our younger? I was hitting my dick on the drums. It really hurt. We'll keep doing that. Think of the bruising as fame.
Can I ask a quick question? That all sounds completely plausible. Except when did Yoko end up being from Liverpool as well?
Oh, when you're from Japan, your accent disappears really fast.
But whatever.
And she was down pit for 4 years too, learning the old ways.
I think there are a few people who want to throw her down the pit, and it never quite worked out. But, you know, at the end of the day, all this is a story of, let's see, privilege, vanity, self-delusion, and greed. A nice old concoction that if I'm not on the receiving end of the benefits,
fuck off.
I just don't give a fuck.